no idea if this is even streaming. Let me just do a quick check. Sorry if anyone's just tuning in right now. This is my first time streaming, so yeah. Don't know if this is even live. Great start to the stream, Geth. Come on. Okay, says I'm live. I'm hoping I am still live. Hello, thank you for tuning in. This is the Looney Welsh channel. You may call me Geth. And today we are doing a Star Trek Online playthrough. In fact, we are doing the Delta Recruitment arc. Let's see. Sorry, I'm still double checking to see if I've got everything all sorted out correctly. I do apologize for the delay on this. I should have started by now. Okay, so let's get the ball rolling. Alrighty then, so I've already got a Delta recruit on a Romulan character aligned with the KDF, but for the purposes of the stream, I am going to do a new tune, Federation side. That's correct. Now then, I got plenty of humans. I've got one Andorian, 30 OS. I want a Bajoran, a Benzite, Beta Z, Bullion, Space Kitty, Space Capitalist, Trill with a slug in them. Do I want a Klingon? Do I want to meme it up and have Pac-Led make us go? Julian, Saurian. Do I want a Talaxian? Do I want a Tellarite? Do I want an unjoined Trill? Already got a Vulcan. Or do I want to go Alien? Choices, choices. You know what? Before I actually make a decision, I gotta put down some rules for this playthrough. I have various items from the think before I speak, Geth. I have got various items from the C-store, including Mud's Market. Now, I'm not going to be using any of that. That would just be too easy. I don't want to, cheese it, so I'm opposing that rule. No C-store unlocks. No event unlocks either. Kind of leaning towards Klingon. Pac-Led would be fun. You don't see many Pac-Led players. I would pick Liberated Borg, but I already have one, and she's a bit of a meme. You may have seen it on another stream, Karen of Borg. Screw it, I'm going Pac-Led. Okay, engineer, science, tech. Got too many tactical as it is. engineer. Bear with me, just getting a message on the private message on Discord. All right, we're not gonna spend too long on this because we all know that space barbie can take a long time. All right, first of all, lose some weight, Tubby. That's a bit rich coming from me. I got a bit of got myself. Sorry for fat shaming. Okay. Okay, why are Talaxian eyebrows available on pack lid? They actually do look quite good. Nah. That looks like me first thing in the morning. Yeah, that looks quite alright. No idea why the bath robe is available, but there we go. Give him a beard. A great big bushy beard. Let's go for a thin beard. Yep, that looks good. Start investing in the stock market with GameStop stocks and bonds. Oh, wait, that should be stonk. Okay. Yeah, looks good. What do you reckon? Wait a minute. I like the sound of that. Alrighty then, let's get started. I forgot to update the thing. Whoops, my bad. Yes, I would like to play the tutorial.
After I left
And hello there, a bite of time.
to reunite the Romulans with their
Thank you for joining.
brothers. For many years, I lived among them and waged a campaign of peace. 21 years ago, the star of the Hobus system went supernova and sent a wave of devastation across the quadrant. I promised. The planets Romulus and Remus were destroyed. Countless billions were killed.
Ah, how you doing?
My friends, my life, all are memories. Time does not stop for one.
And congratulations, Dane. You have just been awarded the prize of being the very first viewer.
Gave the Klingon Empire an opportunity to expand its territory. Jimpock, the Chancellor of the High Council, traded diplomacy for the tip of a blade. Only in battle, Jimpock says, is a Klingon truly Klingon.
And you win a pint if I'm ever in your neck of the world.
To preserve its alliance with the Klingons, but war was inevitable. The Romulans want revenge for their lost world. The Dominion is rebuilding its forces. Now the Borg have reappeared, and the Alpha Quadrant balances on the edge of ruin.
I appreciate the invite, Dane. I'm not sure if I would actually interfere with the mic recording on that. In fact, I'm still trying to learn how to get stuff sorted. Oh, hang on, new cutscene.
This is the time we have pinpointed in your timeline, sir. This is when you go back and give yourself this. You'll know what to say. You've already heard yourself say it. It doesn't matter if it's exactly right. The time stream will work itself out. Just make sure you give yourself this. It's our best hope for the future of the galaxy. You'll return to this exact point in time as soon as.
And if you're just watching this, yes, I have made a pack lid.
Still needs you, Admiral. Ready?
We look for things that make us go.
Today is graduation day, and you soon will be embarking on your training cruise, where the bulk of the ship is manned by cadets.
Yes. I will try to go a little bit slower on the tutorial and stuff, because, well, you know, you might be new to Star Trek Online, and you might be watching this. If you're a veteran, I do apologize for that, but it's just like a completely vanilla playthrough.
Finally, I was beginning to think you forgot what today was. Of course, I was first in line. Oh, before I forget, I think Rasky is just ahead. He wanted to thank you for helping him cram for the astrometrics final.
You know, I gotta ask, does Stowe actually answer the question, how do Pack-led characters communicate to other non-Pack-leds? Do they, is it like the caveman speak that they use in the shows or media, or is there like an in-game explanation? We'll find out soon. I mean, I like to think that the Pack-leds that I've encountered in the shows are probably trolling them, luring them into a false sense of security, and it's like, yeah, we can actually talk proper. We just like to, we look for things, kind of thing, to like lure people into a trap.
There you are. I wanted to thank you for helping me pass that final, and for all the other times you've helped me. I've always admired you. I hope Starfleet recognizes all you've done to lead our class. What ship did you get?
Ship? Ship make us go?
Good luck. Before you report to Lieutenant Farah and get your assignment, you should find Tavral. She wanted to talk to you. She's just up the pathway.
Greetings. It was good of you to encourage me to retake the linguistics final. I was willing to accept my original results, But you saw that I was not at my best that day. My score increased by 12.8% on the second attempt, well within my standard norms. Now I am qualified to serve as both a science officer and a communications officer.
Okay, I'm just going to minimize the chat because otherwise zone chat might get a little bit cancerous. Ish.
Morik would like to see you as well. He is ahead of us on the path.
So yeah, I've been meaning to stream this for a while. It's only now I'm getting around to doing it. I figured Delta Recruitment would be a great time to start.
There you are. Getting excited yet? Once we finish our training cruise, we'll all be full-fledged ensigns. The buzz is, Captain Taggart hasn't named all of his senior staff yet. From what I heard, the advanced phaser training simulation is tripping people up.
So yeah, how are we all doing? I mean, I had a bit of a health issue with the nasty infection. That's starting to clear up now, thankfully, so I'm on the mend.
Good afternoon, Cadet.
I have no idea
What
if my
can I
phone
do
picked
for
that
you?
up. How am I sounding, by the way? Am I sounding good? Am I coming all crusty, or... Dane, if you're still there, how am I sounding? You're fine. Good. Thanks, dude.
Yes, I have the complete assignment list here. Name?
Stonks!
Let's see. Interesting. Report to Captain Taggart. He's in the office behind me.
Wait, we have a Discord announcements chat?
You're going to have to ask him.
Oh, and we do. Thanks, Dane. I had completely forgotten about that. Oh my days, I am absolutely... Wait. Yes, if anyone has any recommendations on how to improve Twitch stream quality, like, you know, doing like interfaces and all that, by all means give me a shout, because I want to do all that fancy stuff.
Come.
I mean, don't get me wrong, bare bones is absolutely fine. There are plenty of streamers that I watch who do bare bones like this, but couldn't hurt to have a little bit of flair, right?
Cadet.
Wanted to see me, sir?
I did. I've been following your progress here at the Academy, and I must say, I'm impressed.
Cheers, bud.
I'm just looking at your final test scores, but I don't see your results for the Advanced Phaser Training Program.
I'm an engineer, not a tactical officer.
I want everyone on my senior staff to run that program, and I want to see good results, no exceptions. I did. Like I said, I've been following your career here at the Academy. If you complete that program, I can put you on my bridge. I'll ask my tactical officer to set it up. Another fine cadet like yourself. Her scores were almost as good as yours, but her record has a few blemishes. Still, I'm sure Cadet Flores will settle down and become a fine officer someday. I'll tell Flores to meet you out in the quad. Talk to her to start the phaser training, and I'll see you when you're finished. You're dismissed, Cadet.
Yeah, I'm taking my time on this, by the way, in case I encounter a bug. I have heard of people getting some bugs with progress, and I'm hoping I can alleviate that if I just take my time and not rush everything.
I got the tactical officer spot. Just what I wanted. Where'd you end up?
Pass phase and training first.
You never did that?
Hey, excuse
I thought
me.
You were Mr. Extra Credit.
Barging
Everyone
into me
knows
like that,
Captain
bloody
Taggart
NPCs.
expects all his top people to pass that program.
And another one.
Don't worry, you'll do fine. Come on, I'll take you to the holodeck and set it up. Seems most of our class ended up on Captain Taggart's ship.
Okay, the map's not working.
Have you seen the whales in San Francisco Bay? I never seem to spot them.
Oh, that is another player
I
then.
sometimes forget that Boothby is a hologram. He seems like such a fixture here at Starfleet Academy.
Yeah, why can't we find Boothby anywhere?
Last one of the console buys the first round tonight.
There we are. My drink will be a Newcastle Brown, please.
Setting up the training program now. I hope holodeck 2 is your lucky holodeck.
I need the phaser to make the pew-pews.
Phasers are in the lockers by the holodecks. You can grab one there.
It's so weird playing in a Windows screen. So weird. Used to full screen. I'll get used to it. Old textures. I wish I was here when the game launched. I never had a chance to play Foundry missions. Oh, that auto-equipped. Right. Mr. Foundry. Aren't you lucky that you play it? Yes, I play with shooter mode. Don't judge. Okay, this is new. Oh, this sounds crazy, but I am you. From your future, I come back in time to tell you information you're going to need in the future. I don't quite understand everything myself, but I remember talking to me when I was standing in your shoes, so I knew how to do this. Yeah, right. Nice try, Flores. Hologram of photonic life form, probably coded in quantum particles. Think of a number, any number, it will be identical to the one I thought of when I was in your position. Now then, I remember playing this tutorial a long time ago on Xbox and I picked 42. And they do acknowledge that it's from the Hitchhiker's Guide. I don't know what 9.1724, whatever. Pi divided by 0. We all know I'm going to pick blue. I'm still skeptical. When I received my first command, I spoke with the agent from Temporal Investigations. They confirmed the entire incident occurred. He does do so too, or will do so. Yeah, yep. I had to do it. I had to. The original name from the random generator was almost like it, so I had to change it. Down to business. There's a war coming. An ancient race known as the Iconians once ruled huge areas of space, including this one. They had the power of gods, technology far beyond what anyone else had. It took all the Iconians' enemies rising up against them as one to defeat them. We thought they were extinct. Oh, we were wrong. They returned to take back everything that was once theirs. That's where you come in. Why me? Why makes me special? Most of Starfleet's officers have no opportunity to gather intel on this race, their capabilities and their possible plans, but I did. Your career, we will benefit from the knowledge I'll give you today. When the war with the Iconian comes, the galaxy will have a fighting chance, thanks to what you've learned. That's why I've come back, so we will know what to do. Can't just drop everything on you at once, that will cause a paradox. Paradox schmaradox. Daniels changed the past and future events all the time in Enterprise. Come on, man, just timeline change imminent things. Give me the info. It's a Tesseract communications device. Wait, so if we snap this open, we can like get an Infinity Stone? Yeah, I'm not the first one to make that joke.
have a unique trait that gives bonus dilithium ore to you and your teammates. As a Delta recruit, you will be able to earn many additional rewards as you complete later missions.
Okie dokie. Wait a minute, one of the other things I read is I gotta move this somewhere so it's not in the first slot, otherwise that can cause a bug. Okay, let's talk to this dude.
Well done, Cadet. You're not gonna break the Academy record, but your score was more than satisfactory.
Oh, Dane, is the information displaying correctly at the bottom of the stream? Is it like saying Star Trek Online, yada yada yada?
Absolutely. I have a new first officer. Congratulations.
Awesome sauce, I'm doing it right. Thanks, dude.
Yes. You should be proud of your accomplishments here, Cadet. You have a promising career ahead of you in Starfleet.
Cheers, sir. It'll be an honor.
First officer, way to go. Just a little jealous, I'll admit. At least now you'll get to boss us all around like you've always wanted.
Yeah. Flaws, make us go.
Don't let it go to your head, buddy. You'll do great. But we should head up to the shuttle bay. Everyone else is waiting there for the ceremonial send-off toast.
Now hear this. All cadets report to Shuttle Bay to prepare for departure.
You know what, this is going to be one hell of a story playthrough. The entire galaxy rests on the shoulders of a pack lead. What could go wrong?
Okay, all of the senior staff is waiting.
Whoops. My bad.
Okay, all of the senior staff is waiting by the bar. I'm sure everyone's a bit nervous, this being our first real assignment and all. So, I'm expecting an inspiring speech out of you. Something heartwarming. Make Tavrel cry. This mission could just determine the rest of our careers. No pressure. I'll meet you over there.
You know what, I would give anything for Lower Decks to have a pack lead make a Vulcan cry. I would give... what can I give? I'd give a hard drive to see a pack lead make a Vulcan cry. I do apologize if you can hear barking. There's one of my parents' dogs barking a storm. Sorry about that. Inspire, intimidate, or humble. Paragon, renegade, or neutral. God, I can't wait for Mass Effect remaster. Let's go humble. To a crew. Make us go.
All cadets, please board your shuttles.
To chat with everyone else or... chat. We have you now, Enterprise. Rasky, also known as Sir not appearing in this movie. You know, it's a shame that none of those other NPCs we get to see again, except for Flores and Travell and Zava.
Are you ready to head to the ship?
Make us go. Okay, enough with the Packlet references, Geth. Come on.
I can't believe we're finally doing this. Oh, look at that. The USS Vesta, first of her class. She's got subsystem
Yeah,
targeting, a crew of
I
750,
would give
auxiliary
anything for
laser
Cryptic to do
cannons,
another
and
ship of the
a
line pack
quantum-field focus
with the
control.
T5 and the T6 Vestas
Can't wait to
all
capture
in one
these someday.
package.
But here's our ship. Miranda class, 200 crew, 2 forward weapon mounts, 1 aft. Average speed, warp 5 point nothing. She's a tough little ship, though. I think I like her. We're the final shuttle to arrive. We need to get to the bridge.
No, I think I read somewhere that when they were doing some of the designing for Wrath of Khan, they actually looked at the design of the Miranda class upside down, and well, that's how the Miranda looks the way it does now. It was actually upside down when looked at.
I'm going to check in and then head for the bridge. See you there.
I think. Feel free to double check on that, you know. I don't want to be like giving out false info and all that.
Name and position?
Cadet Stonks, acting first officer.
I have your record right here, sir. Welcome to the ship.
Where is Captain?
Captain Taggart is waiting for you on the bridge. Use the turbo lift behind me. It will take you directly there.
Okie dokie.
Welcome to the bridge, number 1.
Number 1.
Early in my career, I served with a captain who called his first officer that. I always liked it. As my number 1, I expect you to ensure my orders are carried out, and to advise me on the best course of action in any situation. But first, we need to get out of dry dock, get clearance from control, and close the shuttle bay doors, then disable the tractor moorings.
Okay.
Shuttle bay doors are closed, sir.
Very good, number 1.
Earth traffic control has cleared us to depart, sir.
Very good, number 1.
Okay, now to just disable the handbrake. Check the rear view mirror. Check ring gear and hit the clutch.
Potter, take us out. 1/4 impulse.
Main silent or... play it safe.
Just checking to see if you were paying attention, number 1. Potter, take us out. Maximum thrusters.
And have a nice comfy sit down. You know what, there should totally be an emote in game where we sit like Riker. I'm talking the full-on leg over the
Cleared from
back
dry
of the
dock,
chair
Captain.
mount.
Good. Let's start with something easy. Set course for Vulcan.
Course lead in, sir.
Engage.
In fact, that was a missed opportunity when they brought out the Titan. The Riker maneuver. Excuse me, I just gotta take a tablet.
Captain, I am picking up a distress call from the SS Break-Even. Audio only.
Let's hear it,
Ugh.
Tyrell.
This is the break-even. Can you hear me? So our work order's failing? We could really use some help here.
Let them know we're on our way. Potter, lay in a rendezvous course.
Altering course, sir. ETA 3 minutes.
Transporter room. Prepare to beam over survivors.
Sir, Sentinels can't read anything in the vicinity of the break-even.
Communications are out as well.
Keep trying to hail them, Tyrell. Number 1, let's discuss the situation. You heard the distress call, number 1? What do you think we should do?
Is it a test, sir? Part of the training?
Absolutely not. We're the closest ship to the break-even, so it's our duty to assist. Good. What do you advise? Raising the shields does seem to be a reasonable precaution.
Yep, it could be an Admiral Akbar situation.
I agree. Flores, raise shields. Number 1, get down to the transporter room. You'll oversee the rescue effort from there.
And here we go.
I'm getting some weird readings. I can't get a solid look.
Hang on, let me adjust the
Maybe
headset.
interference. Trying to compensate. I think I have it. This is a lot different than the training scenarios. Beaming them over now.
Kitty, 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 kitty.
This vessel is now property of Captain Kodak of the IKS Jot.
I don't think so. Gawk for brains.
Doc, security is reporting disruptive fire in the transporter room, and Klingon transporter signatures are showing up all over the ship. They're boarding us.
What can I do to help?
You have the command codes to unlock an armory near your position. Arm yourself, and any security team members you find.
What about the enemy ship?
We still have weapons. I'll do what I can. For now, I need you to concentrate on getting those Klingons off my ship. Taggart out.
Let's get to it. So yeah, I do like some of the interiors for the ships and all that, but one of the artists from Cryptic was showing off the new interiors that he's working on, and I gotta say, they look quite awesome. I cannot wait for them to be added in to the game proper. They give off that whole sovereign vibe. Oh, you. Yeah, dude. One of it's in a past Cryptic stream. They are working on updated interiors. In fact, said designer, I think it was Thomas, has revealed that on his side, on the development side, he has a Thunderkugel Falconbird. In fact, if they're not going to give us the T6 Oberth, we want the Thunderkugel Falconbird. That, thank you. Psst, 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 psst. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Psst, 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 psst. Sorry, every time I see a kitty, whether it be a space kitty or a kitty, you know, I always have to go psst, 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 psst. Practically the law. And yeah, I use shooter mode because I'm just not used to clicking on the spam bar or using the keyboard for the fire, so I just like the shooter mode. We can improve structural integrity. Because you need engineer. I like Command and Conquer, red alert. You die now. Come on, get wrecked, get wrecked. Sorry, I had to. The amount of times I've teabagged the ball queen. Get wrecked. There we go. Okay, there should be a third one somewhere. Ah, here we go.
Number one, we've got injured up here and the Klingons could send a boarding party at any time. I need you back on the bridge.
Go see to the bridge. We will secure this area.
Yeah, I was going to. So let's open up the floor. Chat. Anyone want to say something? Pick a topic, any topic, and we'll talk. Oh, my bad. He actually does appear one more time in this.
Incoming transmission from the Klingons.
This is Captain Kadek of the IKS Chart. You may have forced my boarding parties off your decks, but our ship remains
Wait a
closed.
minute.
You have no hope of finding us or defeating us. Your choice is simple. Surrender, or we will kill your captain and then destroy your ship.
Did they update the captain to make him look like General Chang? I don't remember the captain looking like that before. Because if they did, he needs to be quoted some Shakespeare.
Perhaps your captain will change your mind. Order your crew to surrender, Captain, or I will blow them out of the sky. It's your choice, Captain. Do you want these children to die?
Very well. Number one, you are now the captain of the ship. Your orders. Your orders are to lock onto my combat and fire! Make me proud.
Yeah, Captain got red-shirted in the most badass
We
way.
have target lock, Captain.
Critical hits. I wonder what the deeps on that were.
Casualties on all decks. Shields! Shields! Fire our weapons!
Oh wait, I don't have combat lockup.
Cloak and begin repairs!
We've lost their signal. What
Excuse
now?
me. Oh wait, I need to talk to her.
We survived, but the Captain Taggart knew what would happen, and he gave the order anyway. Ultimate sacrifice. One that we all might be called to make someday. He trusted you to take command. All we can do now is survive. And remember him.
A Packlet in command of a starship. What could happen? Ah, I'll be fine. Be fine.
All decks reporting in, sir. We took some casualties, and sickbay is full. All ship systems have taken some damage, but some are worse than others. Life support is stable, but anything else could be an issue.
Okay, when did she get the time to change out of the cadet uniform into a officer uniform? Ah, whatever, Space Wizard did it.
I have been trying to get a distress call out, Captain, but something is jamming all frequencies.
Keep trying. What's the status of the Klingon ship?
She's still cloaked, but I think she took some real damage.
Oops.
Still running diagnostics, sir. Took us some time to get the systems back online.
Hailing the break-even now, Captain.
SS Break Even, this is the Starfleet vessel Oldenburg. What's your status?
Well, this is awkward. You're angry. I can see that. Understandable. Before this gets too carried away, hear me out. I had to send that distress signal. My options were limited while a Klingon was pointing a disruptor at my head.
Now, I know that they added in Quark at some point. That might have been doing Victory is Life, but unless I'm mistaken, wasn't the old captain of the SS Break Even Margarine?
The Klingons were thorough.
Yes, it was.
They even damaged my warp drive to make things look convincing.
Okay, on one hand, it was cool that they added in Quark, but...
Don't suppose you could lend me a hand here?
I mean, Margarine could have been like a running joke.
Come back?
Squiggly lines.
Helm, full stop. I've stopped us this time, sir, but from now on, you'll be responsible for adjusting the speed of the ship.
I don't remember giving you a goddamn order to stop. I kid.
Looks like she just needs 3 or 4 warp induction coils. We have plenty of those to spare.
So let's have a look at the front of the ship, because I've been informed that it's these things here, which are like the deflectors, because there's no big round deflector dish thingamajig. I mean, it's this thing here.
Well, looks like we're on our own. At least they said thank you, I guess. About that cloaked ship full of Klingons?
Damage report.
Almost done, Captain. Level 2 diagnostic shows that almost all of the plasma injectors are damaged beyond repair.
You got replacements.
Not enough.
Did I just break out in Scottish?
To withstand quite a beating, but I think the Klingons specifically sabotaged them when they boarded us. It's an easy way to cripple a ship. I'm installing what spares we have, but we're short 3 injectors. Without them, we can't go to warp.
We're not the first ship the Klingons have hit here. There's wreckage all over this region. I can scan the derelicts and see if any of them have intact plasma injectors.
Do it. But yes, anyone, chat. Dane, bring up a topic. We'll talk.
Bingo. I found some suitable debris in the boneyard nearby. Destroy 3 of those nacelles, and we should get the parts we need.
In the middle of ordering food.
Yeah, that guy's getting annoying.
Well, you're getting to eat, dude.
These plasma injectors will do the trick, sir. Gorgeous technology. Type R, if I had to guess. 3.7 liter flow
Wendy's.
with shielded reservoirs and a drop flow induction coil.
See, I don't think we have a Wendy's over here in the UK. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I mean, we got Denny's, but...
You have your problems, I have mine. I'll need some time to get everything installed and run a level 1 diagnostic. We don't want to blow up the moment we hit warp 1.
Zarva's dealing with the warp core, but until she's done, we're still stranded out here with no way to call for help. Oh, don't forget the cloak.
I'll tell you what I've got a hankering for.
It's probably making repairs faster than we are.
Burger Van burgers. Big greasy burger with extra cheese. Oh, I haven't had one of those in years.
Of course we can. We're the class of 2409. Tivrel has been working with the engineers, and they've pinpointed the locations of several Klingon signal jammers. That's what blocked our communications during the ambush. I recommend that we destroy the jamming satellites. We'll be able to get a call out to Starfleet then.
Was there a glitch in the audio then? Sounded like she stuttered. Probably going a little bit more cuckoo.
Nice shot. 2 more jamming satellites left.
I haven't forgotten about you. Think your ship can take a couple more hits.
Okay, broadside time.
Long-range communications are operational, sir. Shall I send the distress signal?
No, just sit in your butt and do nothing. Of course, send it.
That Klingon
I
ship
probably
took
could have
some
said something a
real
bit
damage.
funnier.
I'll bet she's leaking plasma all over the place. We might be able to use that to find them.
Do it.
Understood. I'd rather not die to Klingons on my first day. Got it. I can trace the plasma signature right to the source. I'll send the source of the plasma signature to navigation. It will show up on the map.
Make it so.
It's
And I
pretty
actually do
far
the
out,
hand
sir.
gesture done by
We should
Sir
use the ship's
Patrick.
full impulse power to reach it. This will temporarily take power from other systems, but vastly improve our speed. Once we drop out of full impulse, the power will return to other systems.
I can make your death swift.
Okay, quick tutorial for any newbies tuning in or watching this on demand.
Your ship is outfitted with phaser beam banks. These weapons have a 270-degree firing arc. This is the firing arc for the forward phaser banks. This is the firing arc for the rear phaser banks. Note that both the forward and rear phasers have an overlapping arc of fire on the sides of your ship. Firing at enemies within the overlapping portion of your firing arcs is known as broadsiding. This allows both the forward and rear phaser banks to fire on the same target at the same time, increasing your damage output.
And that is broadsiding 101. Very important if you decide to do a beam build. One other thing of note is the dual beam banks, they traditionally have a very narrow firing arc of 90 degrees. The wide arc dual beams are probably the ones that you want to go for if you have dual beam banks. But are very powerful. Yes, indeed. Another good tip of running beam overload. Very. Although I am not the streamer you should be talking to about ship builds. For those kind of streams, I highly recommend augmented dictator games. Good bloke, does some really good build videos and stuff on YouTube. But anyway, one other thing as well is that you have omni beams, which give a 360-degree arc. And because of that, the tooltips on those omnis say you can only equip one. However, it is possible to equip 2 omnis of the same energy flavor. So say for example you've got a regular crafted omni for phasers and say a lockbox omni or the omni from a mission. You can equip both of those. Technically kinda you can equip a third, but that's the Borg repetition kinetic cutting beam. I say technically because it's not really a beam, but I think there's a bit of something. Anyway, back to the game.
Federation captains who prefer beam bank weapons favor the broadside technique and will often circle their target, keeping them
Yes, running beam overload is pretty nifty for beam boats, especially if you got a miracle worker ship or an intel ship. But again, I'm not the streamer to talk to for those kind of builds. Okay, I got to get rid of that flashy question mark. Yada, yada. And done.
Multiple birds of prey decloaking.
What kind of Klingons go into battle without shields?
Think you can catch me? Go ahead and try.
I mean, do they want to be red-shirted? Oh, finally, I can now go to full impulse. So let's open up the floor again. Dane, what did you order from Wendy's?
Get the plasma injectors installed. Try not to break anything else.
Lato of food. I'm not sure what the Lato is.
Incoming transmission, sir. It is from Starfleet.
It's an Enterprise.
This is Captain Nog of the USS Chimera. Do you require assistance?
Nog, the goat of Starfleet. And the only person to have actually legitimately beaten the Kobayashi Maru. Legit. None of that cheating bullcrap that Kirk did.
Pretty bold move to come this far into Federation territory, even for Klingons. Where is Captain Taggart?
I mean, in some bit of canon, Nog actually tried a Ferengi tactic and the Kobayashi Maru. He hailed the enemy vessel and kept offering, "What's your price? Name your price." Which overloaded the simulation and crashed the holodeck. Therefore, he beat the simulation.
And did you follow his orders?
Yep, we blew that Klingon ship out of the sky and redshirting the captain.
I see. And you're the acting captain?
Yep.
Right. Well done, Cadet. Looks like your ship is in need of repairs. Set a course for Earth space dock. We'll get you back in one piece.
What about the Klingon who killed the captain? What about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
Believe me, Cadet. If he comes back looking for a fight, he'll get one. In the meantime, set a course for our position. Chimera out.
Alrighty then, let's go. Like an hour in and I'm already still on the tutorial. Flipping it. Again, I would love to skip this, but I don't want to risk any bugs because I've heard so much reports about bugs on the tutorial. Can't. Yeah, I know I can't skip the tutorial. I can still skip the dialogue, but I don't want to chance it, like, you know?
Accepting danger is part of being a Starfleet officer. You've learned that lesson well.
I'm tired of this. It's time to
We'll escort you back to Earth space dock, but I need to inform the USS Kittimer that
Finished it just as he exploded.
my officer informs me that we're unable to contact the Kittimer. Not good. I'm going to the coordinates to see if they need help, and I want you to accompany me. Consider this a field promotion, Cadet.
Okay, let's load up some new gear. I'll have that. You can have that. Star trekking across the universe, boldly going forward cause we can't find reverse.
We're here, Captain. The USS Kittimer is dead ahead. Our orders are to make contact with the Kittimer and find out why they've not responded to our hails.
Yes, sir. I will require approximately 15 seconds to make the necessary adjustments.
Tell me how long it's going to take. Just do it.
What are you both doing here?
I'm in command of the ship. Captain Nog ordered me to come with him to location.
Always good to follow the orders of your superior officers.
What happened with communications?
The cadets were ambushed by Klingons. Captain Taggart was killed in the attack, and the ship is under the command of this cadet. The Chimera was escorting them back to Earth space dock, but when we couldn't contact you, I decided to alter course and investigate. What's the situation here, Captain Yin?
I'm troubled by the anomalies in this system, and if they're affecting long-range communications, then they're doubly a cause for concern. Let's do this by the numbers. We've already launched 9 probes. Now that they're active, we can do an in-depth scan of the anomalies. With all 3 ships collecting data, we should be able to complete this quickly and formulate a course of action. Any questions? You're quite confident for a cadet. You remind me a bit of myself when I was an ensign. Of course, I wasn't commanding a ship back then. Let's see how you perform before you start claiming that chair full time.
Oh, come on. I had to be a little bit cocky. Worked for Kirk.
Reports indicate traces of gamma radiation, but there's something off in the readings.
Gamma radiation. All right, well, let's hope we don't Hulk out.
Kittimer here. Are you seeing the same gamma radiation levels that we are? I'm not sure that a normal scan will be enough. We might need to do a full multiphasic reading.
I always thought he said current here. Current will always be here. Always.
My chief science officer, Commander Davis, suggests that performing a reverse tachyon pulse wave scan will solve our sensor issue. Perform your final scans and then report back.
Understood. Excuse me, I got a bit of a dry throat.
Deflector dish is realigned for a reverse tachyon pulse wave, sir. Picking up a transwarp signature. It's right on top of us! The board!
The Kittimer is
Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded. All life forms will be assimilated.
Now, I will say, Borg, classic Trek villain, but introducing him into a tutorial, it's a little bit, you know, seems a little bit overkill, but they do nerf him for the tutorial. What do you guys think?
From this time forward, your culture will adapt to service ours.
It's on the simulated Jemadar.
This is the emergency medical hologram aboard the USS Kittimer. I am requesting assistance from any Federation vessel in range. I've lost contact with the bridge. I am unable to contact Commander Davis for new instructions.
Oh. Yay, it's Kelvin Spark.
The Kittimer is being overwhelmed by Borg boarding parties. These Borg are different than the ones in my history records. They seem disconnected somehow. They're strange, but still quite dangerous.
Can't you hold out?
I am an emergency medical hologram, not a miracle worker.
It always tickles me. I'm a doctor, not a...
If the bridge was attacked in the Borg attack, Captain Yim might have activated the EMH to alert us. The Borg haven't been seen in this quadrant in decades. This isn't a coincidence. We need more information. Collect data from all of the probes.
What do we do?
All send teams to aid the Kittimer. I want you to finish the scans. We need to know the extent of the Borg presence here. And Cadet, if you or your crew are unable to tackle this, speak up now. The Borg can rattle veteran Starfleet officers, and you've already gone up against the Klingons today.
We're scared. We all studied Admiral Janeway's Borg tactics, but no one thought we'd have to use them so soon. I know we need to be ready for the day when we're alone against the Collective. The counselors are already working with the crew. Do you want them to convey a message from you?
Admiral Janeway, speaking of, I'm actually quite looking forward to Star Trek Prodigy. It'd be nice to have more adventures with Janeway. Albeit as a hologram, but Janeway is Janeway.
Understood. I'll tell the crew what you said and set a course for the next anomaly. If the Borg show up again, we'll be ready.
I've linked the Iota point to your map. Scan there while we see to the Kittimer.
Alright. I may not have been here for the early days of Stowe, but I have seen some old gameplay videos where the tutorial actually takes place on the Kittimer. And I really wish I played some of that older content. Now see, this is my argument, right? Why can't Cryptic do what Blizzard have done for World of Warcraft? They've done classic World of Warcraft, and they've got regular World of Warcraft with all the newer stuff. Whereas the classic one is just like from launch. You know. In fact, if I had it right next to me, I would just have my wallet in my hand and say, Cryptic, take my wallet and let me play classic Stowe, please. I want to experience the old missions. Guardian of Forever, which I played on the Xbox a good number of years back. And Memory Alpha. I never saw Memory Alpha. Makes me sad.
Send us the data so we can begin our analysis.
I'm a very sad Welshman. I miss classic Zen prices. Oh, hey, Postal. What were classic Zen prices?
We have your data, and our science team is analyzing it now.
Like 120. Wait. Is that the Dill Zen exchange? Alright, that's it. I want a time machine. I don't care if Daniels tries to stop me with the whole timeline change imminent bullcrap. I'm going to go back in time, play Classic Stowe, farm a load of dill, and yeah. Oh man, I would have loved to have seen the Dill Zen exchange at that rate.
Our tactical teams have eliminated the Borg boarding parties on the Kittimer. Why do you ask?
Can we use the Kittimer to help analyze the data? Or data? Data. I say potato, you say tomato.
There is an 88.47% chance that you will need my help.
I'm suddenly having second thoughts about this.
You're right. The Kittimer would be a great asset in analyzing this data.
Can you help us crunch these numbers?
I have 75 million gigaquads of computer memory and an extensive library of files on military tactics and command strategies. I believe I can spare a few bits of processing power for you.
Was that snark?
Borg transwarp signatures detected. This is it. Get ready for combat.
They're firing. I need help.
Yeah, how am I doing stream-wise? I mean, I know it's the tutorial and things are slow, but... Thanks for the vote of confidence, dude. Oh, come on, stop missing.
More Borg. I don't know if we're ready for this.
Tell everyone chat they have to watch. We need to play Bridge Crew again. Yes, we should. In fact, since I got the TNG pack as well, we might do that after stream, actually. You, Dane, what do you reckon?
Keep it together, Cadet. We've beat the Borg before, we can do it again.
Awesome sauce.
You are Starfleet officers. You're prepared for this.
Now see, where the hell did that transwarp conduit come from?
Multiple Borg warp signatures detected.
It just got yeeted into existence. Tell everyone in chat they have to watch. What, you mean the fleet chat? I'm not really comfortable about showing fleet chat in the stream. Because I like to keep the stream separate from fleet business. And you know, I don't want to like break any fleet rules that we may have. But by all means, you're welcome to share the Twitch link into fleet chat on my behalf if you want. Because again, I don't want to show fleet chat in a public stream. There's not any fleet rules for that.
Okay, Cadet.
All right, I got your word on that, Dane.
The Borg are using the Pollux system as a staging area. Our long-range sensors are picking up inbound transwarp signatures. Their most likely target is the Vega system. There is a civilian colony there, and if the Borg take it by surprise, they'll have a large
Just don't show
population
off, said
turn
chat.
into drones.
Yeah, no worries. I'm not going to show off, said chat. Oh, wait a minute. So channel names on. Yep. Okay, okay. Alrighty then. There we are, done that. And if any non-fleeties are watching this and you're looking for a fleet to join, by all means please consider access denied and our Klingon affiliate Nortem. We are always looking for captains who wish to play with others, experienced or newbies. We accept everyone. All we ask, be polite. We're always welcoming. Okay, fleet sales pitch done. Back to the action.
The Kittimer was badly damaged. They took heavy casualties as well. Medical tells me Captain Yim was gravely injured.
For the most part.
We're still
Hey, come on. We do accept everyone. Just again, you know, be polite. We're all one big happy fleet. He tasks me. He tasks me, and I shall have him. Oh god, no, no, no. I don't want to be dealing with his jokes again.
I want you to go to the Vega colony and warn them about the Borg.
What about you?
The Chimera is better equipped to hold off further Borg attacks and assist the Kittimer here. We'll do what we can to delay the Borg, but it's going to be up to you to warn the Vega colonists.
Can you stop the Borg?
It's not a matter of can, Cadet. It's a matter of must. We'll buy you as much time as we can. You should have enough time to warn the colony. I've hailed Starfleet Command and requested backup, but you and I know we can't wait for them to arrive. Vega colony can't wait.
We'll set a course. Nog. The GOAT of Star Trek. Hope you're living it up in the Grand Ferengi Exchange, Mr. Eisenberg.
We have to make our way to Vega as soon as we can, Captain. I just hope we're not too late to warn the colony. Are you ready to go?
Yes, make us go. Halo.
You need to warn the Vega colony about the Borg. We'll do what we can to hold off the Borg here and repair the Kittimer. Good luck.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Swish. There we go. Okay, equip some new stuff. Okay, put that on. No. One of it there, thank you very much. Okay, instead of navigating, just like that. Where am I going? Nope, can't transwarp. Cannot transwarp in tutorials. It's been a long road getting from there to here. It's been a long time, but my time is finally here. 'Cause I got faith of the heart, going where my heart will take me. I've got strength of the soul. I can do anything. I can reach any star. I've got faith. Faith of the heart. Yeah, starting mission is... Oh, what happened, dude? Anyone respond to... no response on the free chat up, but it's still VOD. Let's jump in. Yeah. Come on, dude, don't leave me hanging. How did the mission
We
bug out
arrived
on you?
before the Borg. Now my heart can start beating again. What are your orders, Captain?
Here are the colonies. We have to warn them.
Tivrel managed to establish a comm link with Willa Post, the administrator of Vega Colony. It's not a great signal, but it's the best we're gonna get. Putting her through now.
You walked into a door. Wait, you walked through it?
Greetings, Captain. Is there something I can do for you today?
Now see, that is why you should not be messing about with the device from the Pegasus.
Repeat, please. Your signal is breaking up. Did you say the Borg? What about...
The Borg are on their way. Evacuate. Get out of there. Get to the chopper.
I have lost contact with Vega Colony, sir. Something is blocking all subspace signals in this area. Even our hails to the civilian ships are not getting through. There is a communication satellite nearby. It should boost our signal sufficiently to inform the freighters of the danger and warn the colony.
Alright, go for the satellite. See, this is why I like to take my time when there's some bugs being reported on Reddit, dude.
Our hails are still blocked, sir. The Borg may be attempting to isolate the planet before they land. Your orders, sir.
Now see, she didn't change her uniform. Whereas Flores, she had the time to apparently change into regular uniform. Now see, Travell, she's using her head. She's using her head. Flipping Flores.
Borg are jamming up any remote signals. It's not safe to beam through that. I think I can boost the gain, though.
She's meant to be watching the engines. Where does she find time to change the uniform?
Transwarp conduits opening all over the system, Captain. The Borg are here.
You know, never mind spacebar being the end game, it's a beginning game as well. You know what, here's a bit of a funny story. I was teaching my girlfriend how to play Stow the other week. And, you know, she did quite well. Better than I thought she would.
Captain, I have short
I think there was one time where she actually died during the space battle with the Borg.
And have informed Administrator Post of the situation. However,
I guess he kind of had to be there to find it a little bit entertaining, but fair play to her. She did good. Did good. We're the only vessel in the system. We'll rescue as many colonists as we can.
Borg landing craft detected nearby. Captain, there are civilian ships engaging them.
I believe I can send a message to those ships.
Civilian ships, you are ordered to disengage and retreat. We will cover you.
Yeah, get out of here. We got this.
Roger that, Starfleet. All ships, fall back.
You know, we got tutorial armor. You don't.
Captain, the Borg have landed, and the colony won't be able to hold them off for long. I recommend beaming down to Vega and getting as many people out as we can.
Okay, then beam me down inside. I can't beam down. Beam me down inside.
Captain, according to our
Expect
readings,
a lot of random ass singing.
Already assimilated by the Borg. At the rate they're progressing, the region we're in will be overrun in roughly 1 hour. And if that wasn't bad enough, the interference is affecting the ship's transporters.
Man, tag any survivors we find. Questions?
No, sir. I'll follow your lead.
Get moving. Hang on. Gotta see how my tune. Sorry about this. Bear with.
That's one of those Borg ships from orbit. Are we too late?
Forward. Off.
Those landing ships don't just carry drones. They can pump nanoprobes directly into the ground and the atmosphere. We need to hurry. The Borg will be in this area
I went
soon.
pack led. And yes, my tune name is Stonks. Because I'm going to be investing a lot of energy credits into GameStop.
Thank you. We didn't know if anyone from Starfleet got our distress signal, and we don't have any weapons. But we do have some spare armor suits for you and your officer. They're in the crates next to the gate. This code will open the gate. Please, Administrator Post and some of the others are still there. You have to save them.
Thank you for the armor and the stuff. That'll help us keep up with the Cardassians. Come on, come on. That was a good joke, right? What do you mean, no? Come on, that was funny.
Press the U key to view your status or the status of your ship and bridge officers.
I'll have that. You can have that because you're tactical and you have more pew pew.
Oh no, we're too late.
I don't think so, dude. If only every Borg ground TFO was that easy. Instead, you're gonna have to re-frequent the weapons with the imaginator. Annoying. Suppose that's why we have melee weapons.
I apologize for Koles putting a rifle in your face. If it wasn't for him, the Borg would have assimilated me by now. What's the situation? Are you bringing more Starfleet reinforcements?
Rifle to the face. Yeah, you watch I don't shoot you in the face, iguana boy.
I see. Then it's true. Vega is doomed. A single starship cannot hope to stop this. Still, there is more to do. Many citizens are hiding in their homes. We cannot abandon them to the Borg. I know. Koles and I have been trying to get around the interference field. Thank you for tagging the people you found and getting them safely transported to your ship. No, there are dozens more hiding out in the
Excuse me.
But Koles and I have a plan.
Very dry throat tonight.
We think a pattern enhancer will do the trick. With that, we can transport the remaining citizens to your ship. But first, I'd like to offer you some equipment. Vega was a trade card.
That's better.
And this gear was intended to go to Starbase 65. I think you need it more.
Thanks. Retrieve equipment, set up pattern enhancement. So how is everybody doing tonight?
We have lowered shields for the transporter, sir. I will need to raise them at the first sign of Borg ships.
The pattern enhancers are working, and not a moment too soon. I can hear the Borg moving this way.
Yeah, get all the citizens and tell them to get to the chopper.
I'll do that. How long do you think you can hold off the Borg?
Don't worry about that. Give the signal.
Remember when we thought fighting a crazed Klingon was the worst thing that could happen today?
Concentrate fire on the Borg. We need to keep them away from the civilians.
Dane, you got food sorted?
Another group of civilians has beamed to the ship, Captain.
And spam some more mines. Yep, all gravy, good.
Shields are back up, sir, but more Borg vessels are warping to our location. We have detected a type of generator near your position. There is a 94.6% chance it is the device affecting our transporters. If you can destroy it, we will transport as many people from the area as we are able.
Postal, you still in chat? How are you, dude? Man, Chevelle looks scared out of her wits.
Thank you for everything you've done. Even though it was impossible to save everyone, those you did save will be forever in your debt.
Like everybody's eating except me. So what are you eating, Postal? Pepperoni pizza with pineapple, I hope?
Glad to do anything I can. I was born on Vega. There's no way I'm sitting by and letting the Borg take it without a fight.
All right, Koles, you're gonna see friends who've been assimilated.
I know the drill. Just never expected.
Oh! That's a bit harsh, dude. And for those of you watching the video on demand, me and Postal have a bit of a running joke involving pepperoni pizza with pineapple.
Poker last night.
I'm all for it, he hates it. What do you guys think? Pineapple on pizza, does it go or doesn't it? Comment down below.
We need to disable that force field. The Borg are activating the transport inhibitor. We need to disable that force field.
And pew, pew.
The Borg are so, what's the word? Effective? Systematic? Evil. I'm gonna go with evil.
Good and evil are irrelevant to the Borg, yo.
We are the Borg. Resistance is futile.
The ship is transporting anyone they can get a lock on, Captain, but we don't have much time. We need to get back as soon as possible.
Okay, that was too easy, even for a tutorial. Postal, you didn't really block the channel,
We're
did
packed
you?
to the brim with civilians, Captain. I don't think we could fit one more soul on this ship. Communications are still jammed. The immediate problem is the civilian ships in this system. Vega's a huge trading outpost. There are always ships traveling here. We need to warn them the Borg have taken over.
Can we reconfigure the satellites in the system to send an automated warning?
Possibly, but what we need to do is hightail it out of here with these civilians. Of course, the path to the satellites does lead away from the planet, so we could remotely reconfigure them as we leave. The message won't get very far, but anyone who enters the system will get the signal and be able to turn around before it's too late.
Sounds like a plan. Helm, make us go to satellite.
Multiple probes inbound. I don't think the Borg like us hanging around.
Punch it.
Never thought I'd wish I was back at the academy studying for the astrometrics final.
From this time forward, your culture will adapt to service ours.
Yeah, assimilate this.
Sir, there are several fast-moving ships on sensors. No way to contact them, and I can't tell if they're friend or foe.
Red Dead. Red Dead Online 1 or 2? Oh, what am I saying? Of course it's going to be 2.
Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded. All life forms will be assimilated.
A cube? Guess it's our time to go out in a blaze of glory.
Ah, fair play. Gotta love Steam sales. It's a bunch of enterprises. Excuse me. Oh, I'm not going out like that, Akira, in First Contact. What's really bothered me about First Contact is
Held off what we could in Pollux and sent a signal out to Starfleet. These were the closest ships. Others will be arriving as soon as they can.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt there, Nog. This is what I hate about First Contact, is that when they blew up the cube at the start of their film, and Akira starts to like leg it and then gets blown up by the big explosion. That ship was the red shirt of ships in that film.
You've been doing a great job so far. Reconfiguring the satellites into warning beacons was excellent thinking, by the way. We received the signal as soon as we arrived in the system. That's going to save a lot of lives.
Are we going to attempt to retake Vega?
It's an option for sure. Right now, I need you to protect the civilians you have on board and ensure the safety of your crew. The Kittimer will return to Earth Space Dock with you. Once you arrive, report to Admiral Quinn. He'll have more information for you. You and your crew have done well. Coles will make a fine addition to your senior staff.
Congratulations.
We need to get the civilians to safety. And I don't think I can handle any more excitement.
Okay, unless I'm mistaken, there's never been a mission in Stowe that has you retaken Vega Colony. Unless there was and it's been taken out, but I would play the hell out of that mission. What do you guys reckon? Star Trek across the universe. Boldly going forward because we can't find reverse. Didn't miss that much. Wait, there was a mission to retake the colony? No one remembers that far back. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Okay, I'm not going to talk to him yet. Don't get lost. Oh, come on, I'm not that bad. I can tell my difference from left and right. Admiral Sir, Stonks reporting.
We have a lot to discuss, Cadet.
It's Lieutenant, sir. Or is it Lieutenant? Why not Right Tenant? I'm confused. Lieutenant? Lieutenant? Right Tenant? What do I say?
Yes, I see that here in the report transmitted by Captain Nog. He granted you a field promotion to give you seniority over the rest of the active crew of your ship. As a cadet, you were assigned to an academy training cruise under Captain Mask Taggart, correct? Acting first officer?
Yes, that is correct.
I've read the reports. Facing off against Klingon raiders and a Borg invasion force within hours of leaving Starfleet Academy? Very unusual. In your own words, tell me what happened out there.
A few short moments later.
That's quite the story.
Yeah, it's all true. The Jedi, the Force, all of it. Pretty sure I messed up that line.
Don't worry. I have statements here from Captains Nog and Yim and Administrator Post from Vega Colony corroborating your story. All three of them cite your bravery and command skills, as well as you and your crew's willingness to put yourselves in harm's way to preserve the lives of others.
Well, we're not red shirts, but it's in the job description.
And you're exactly the kind of officer Starfleet needs. I know your ship might not be the Enterprise, but I think you've proven yourself capable of sitting in her captain's chair. Under normal circumstances, it would take you years of work to get your own command. But these are not normal circumstances. We're at war with the Klingon Empire. The Borg have returned. I'm losing more trained officers and ships than I can spare. Ships we can build, but leaders with courage and honor? Those are harder to find. It's time to try something different. I need someone who can handle themselves in a crisis and get the best out of their crew. Even though you're young, I think you're that person. I hereby promote you to the rank of lieutenant and give you command of the ship. Don't disappoint me.
Someone's been watching the Kelvin verse.
Unfortunately, Vega is lost. Starfleet Command will meet with Federation President Enoch Okeg and the Federation Council to determine our next steps. For now, Starfleet vessels will patrol the outskirts of the Vega system to ensure no Borg escape. Do you have any further questions? Captain Taggart was a good man and a fine officer. He knew what he was doing when he issued that order. Don't dwell on what happened. Your actions saved the lives of your crew, not to mention the civilians you were able to evacuate from Vega Colony. Now it's up to you and your crew to honor Taggart's sacrifice as you carve out your own legacy. Do you have any further questions?
What are your orders?
You will be assigned to the Klingon front, but first, you could use some new equipment for your ship. I have some improved consoles developed by the Starfleet Corps of Engineers. These consoles can be installed on your ship to improve its abilities. As you improve in rank, you will earn better consoles. Other ships you will command throughout your career will have space for many more. When you're done here, go see Durr's racks to customize your starship's appearance.
Okay, let's talk to Mr. Cray.
Greetings, how can I assist you today? Or in the future? An encounter, you say? Something temporal in nature, I assume.
Met someone who claimed to be me from the future, dressed as an admiral. They said to see you if I had any doubts of the veracity of their claims. Did the thing just change in front of me when I put the mouse over? Am I going nuts?
That's protocol in these sorts of cases, but rarely do Starfleet officers actually follow through. I can do a quick scan for chronoton radiation. That will tell me what I need to know.
How does Quinn get any work done with those ambassadors yakking away in his office? I don't know, he's probably got some earbuds in his ears or something, I don't know. I mean, the ones used in Picard were of high quality. He's probably got a set of those, probably got some, I don't know, we've probably some Rammstein or Metallica playing. I mean, I can just imagine him, you know, sitting back in his office doing the paperwork, listening to some Rammstein. Du hast. Or is it du? Ducat. Ducat's here. Du. Ducat. Ducat's here. Ducat's here with rum. Ducat's here with rum. Ducat's here with rum. And here's their ma. I can totally imagine Ducat playing that on a ship with the Dominion standing there going, what the hell is he doing? Anyway, do it.
I am getting some light chronoton radiation from you. You were exposed to someone from the future, it seems. But not too far. By these readings, I'd say a maximum of 18 months from the day you encountered them.
18 months? But what's the correct term? I don't know. They were an admiral.
That's not entirely out of the question. There's been a steady flow of new starship captains and field promotions in the wake of all the crises going on in the galaxy. Someone like yourself could definitely be an admiral in a relatively short amount of time.
And given the fact that I'm playing as a pack lead, that's equally worrying. They gave me this device.
This looks to be a Tesseract-based receiver. Where did you get it?
Future self.
I see. You're not the first to receive one of these from the future. Admiral Archer had a similar device when he was captain of the First Enterprise. These are used to send back information, and in some cases, physical objects from the future. I believe that if you were to do specific tasks that benefit the future, items useful to you could be sent back in time for you to use.
Okay, this is the whole point of why I'm doing this stream and future ones on this tune. Delta Recruits. Completing Delta Recruit tasks will earn you rewards. These vary from items to marks, used in level 50 plus reps, as well as character traits and other special items you can earn for fully exploring the Delta recruitment system. And I've already got one for the Romulans. I'm going to have one for the Klingons as well. But for the purposes of Twitch, I'm just going to be focusing on Federation. That's all for now. Now then, I've been thinking about this as well. I know at the beginning of this stream, I will not be using any C-store items. However, for purposes of funny, I'm going to be using one thing, but it's not going to be high-end. Give me my T6 birth cryptic. To make it a little bit fair, I'm going to take that console off. Some weapons, give me shield batteries. Ooh, full auto, I'll have that. You can have that. One dilithium, hardly worth it. Okay, do I further space Barbie my uniform or should I leave it for now? Asking you a question, chat. Space Barbie or no? Well, I've only got like 8 minutes left on this stream, so... Okay, we got it. It's fine, so that doesn't really say yes or no. Space Barbie, no Space Barbie, what do I do? Well, can't promote anyone yet. I'll hold off on Barbieing up uniforms for now. I'll tell you what I will do. Yeesh. Bottom hull looks too much like stone. Eh, nah. It's a lot better. Go for type 1. Just give it some nice... too dark. To Excelsior. That's better. There we go. I'm happy with that. Okay. I was originally going to stream for 2 hours, but I'll tell you what, we'll do one mission.
We have a diplomatic mission for you. An important Vulcan ambassador is traveling from his homeworld to the monastery at Pajem. Capturing the ambassador would be a major coup for the Klingons or Orions, so we're assigning you to make sure everything goes smoothly. You are to escort Ambassador Soketh to Pajem. Please meet him at Vulcan. Once you locate him, speak with him about the transport mission. Do whatever is necessary to keep him safe.
Okie dokie. Wait, you want me to do Corfez on this tune? there's no option to beam back directly to the ship. Okay, Postal, I've already tried a Corfez one in an Oberth a good while back. It's on YouTube, man. I posted it in the forums a while back. Well, I'm not going to do Corfez on this tune. I'm not going to subject a pug to Corfez. That's just insane. You know, this is the Looney Welsh channel, not the insane channel. That's how you get the big ratings. I can't believe I'm doing this. Oh, would you look at that? I can't find Corfez. It's not available. Corfez in a berth at this level. Okay, well, I'm going to call it for this tune. Will Lieutenant Stonks get his ass to Vulcan to pick up the Vulcan ambassador? Safeguard him from the Klingons. Find out next time on Star Trek Online Z. But before we go, I'm going to try it. I'm going to hop over to my main. Since Postal is very insistent. Flipping zone chat. Okay, I'm beaming out of Earthspace Dock because zone chat is just way too toxic and cancerous at times. You know, I'm just here to have a good time. Yes. It's quite ironic considering that Star Trek is all about, you know, utopian Earth kind of thing. My lord, my interface is all out of skew now that I'm in windowed. Alright, you're getting an invite. Smart Alec. Actually, no, I won't fly this ship for a Corfez run. Bring my super high-end torp boat. In case you're wondering, yes, all of my ships are named after Mass Effect bases and characters. except for that one. And that one. I haven't thought of a name for that yet. I'm trying to... Pooh. Thinking of doing a sort of a Zatvash themed build with this to Deredix. Just gotta switch back. Yeah, all names after Mass Effect characters. Right, back to this one. Postal, you in game? Oh, wait a minute. No, you're playing Red Dead, aren't you? Oh, I'm hunting beavers. I don't think anyone's going to join me, so I'm just going to pug it, and I am so sorry to everyone else who joins in this pug unprepared. And now we play the waiting game. Which, when compared to Star Trek Online, kind of sucks, but hey, you're getting 2 games for the price of none? Because you're watching this without paying anything. So, I don't know where I was going with this. Oh, wait, no, it's not queued up. There we go. So what is everyone's favorite TFO to run in Star Trek? Me personally, I love To Hell with Honor. I mean, you got Flight of the Valkyries sung in the original Klingon. Flying over a moon, for crying out loud. It's just... mwah. Seal covered in... What on earth kind of ship name is that? Okay, you, sir, have an awesome ship name. And Postal's favorite TFO is the one where I'm carried. Lazy. I kid. it's looking like it's not gonna pop. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I shall end this with another TFO. Let's bring out my very first low-buy ship. Why does it keep happening? Go. Thank you for the scattering field, but I don't particularly need it. What foo? Oh, I'm guessing you mean TFO. I'm gonna try and do a to hell with honor. Gonna pug it. Which should have popped by now. Who the heck is... Okay, is that... Okay, Seagull covered in curry. Are you watching this stream? Can you just give me a crap load of buffs? Hate it when that happens. You warp out when you're in the middle of typing. Oy.
To all true Klingon.
Kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit. I mean, if you're gonna end the stream, always gonna do it with a bang.
Go to Shipyard Alpha. Destroy the Mokai vessels before they can power up.
Shift it. Wabbit, kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit. Okay, why can't I cloak? Oh, not good, not good. Don't you explode on me now. Oh, what am I targeting that for? Oh, I got a free tea here, was I? Come on, shift it! No, it's not. There's not a ship there. You know where Jupiter says, do you bite as well? I'm not sure if she's coming on to us or not. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think Jula was coming on to us when saying, do you bite as well? Wait a minute. Oh, Postal, that's you, isn't it? Yeah, that is you. Playing Red Dead, my foot. Ah, it's all good, it's all good. Kech. I know it's Klingon, but that definitely sounds very Welshy. In fact, quite a number of Klingon words sound a lot like Welsh, if you think about it. I mean, you look at the name Gowron, the way it's pronounced. Gowron, boy! How's that happening, Bat? Make him sound like he's from Town Hill in Swansea Mush. Or we could, I don't know, use harpoons and tow cables, go for the legs on the walker. GG team, GG. Oh, we had 5 ships leg it. Hmm. And as they say, all good things and all that. Thank you all for tuning in, and if you're watching this on video on demand, on YouTube or something, give it a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't, comment down below. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. If you want to like and subscribe, go for it. I'm not going to encourage you to do that, but yeah, thank you all for tuning in. I shall be back tomorrow, same time, for 10 o'clock for part 2 of the Delta Recruitment event. The Delta Quadrant needs you. Thanks for watching. Ta-ra for now, and stay safe in these interesting times.